Let's see, Kenny, what is the good news you bring forth?
So, the good news is Hearts. We had a really fantastic season and we really played our souls out and we done the supporters proud. And Derek McInnes is a fantastic manager. The club is like a family. We're the biggest fan-owned football club in the UK, actually. And in spite of the result on Saturday, we were top of the league from September up until 3 minutes until the end of the season. That's the length of a fucking song. Well, we're top of the league for 260-something days. And I said to my friend before the Hearts-Celtic game, if Celtic go top at the death at the last game and win the league, that would just be so typical of Celtic because they're always getting last-minute luck. A week before, they played against Motherwell at Fir Park and they got awarded a penalty on a dodgy decision where the Motherwell defender jumped up. And as he's jumped up, the Celtic player, his shoulder is hitting underneath his elbow, so his hand's going up. And then he headed the ball. And it looks like from a distance that he maybe handled the ball, but no way. VAR checked us. And this is in 98 minutes. 98 fucking minutes. They gave Celtic a penalty for a handball that wasn't even a handball. If Celtic never got that penalty, Hearts would have won the league on Sunday, even after losing 3-1. Because had Celtic not scored that penalty, they would have had to have beat us by 3 goals or more because we had such a good superior difference. You might be wondering, what's the good news of this? Why is this good news? It's good news because we showed what we are capable of. We had a spending budget this season of something like 5 or 6 million compared to Celtic's 100 million. So we really punched above our weight. And, we lost the league behind Celtic by only 2 points. That's a magnificent result. I don't care what anybody says. And Tony Bloom, who owns Brighton and Hove Albion, he's the genius behind this Jamestown analytics thing, where they recommend players for teams that they work with to sign that are still under the radar and have really high development potential. And a lot of our players have come through the Jamestown Analytics company. And Tony Bloom's with Hearts for the long term. What he said at the beginning of the season, I'm going to make Hearts win the league, the Scottish Premiership, within 10 years. He almost done it in his first year. And when Celtic scored their third goal in 98 minutes against Hearts, all the players ran onto the pitch. Some of them assaulted the Hearts players and were really aggressive. And it got so hostile, the police said to Derek McInnes and the players, the best thing you can do right now is just leave. And they left. They got straight into the bus with their Hearts strips, kits still on. And when the bus pulled into the stadium, back at Tynecastle in Edinburgh, thousands of Hearts fans were there giving them a hero's welcome as if they had won the league. They were so proud of them. And I'd never been so proud of being a Hearts supporter in my life, And the players were in tears. They were in bits. They came so close. Within 3 fucking minutes, the length of a song, winning the league for the first time since 1960. And the way we're going to go from strength to strength and build on it, use that pain and that heartache, that's great news. Because we'll be ready for next season. And we will be punching above our weight again. So that's my good story. And that's my good news.
Well, you've turned what some might view as a negative story into a positive one. But I agree. You were punching above your weight. I did keep an eye on it, and I remember at 75 minutes it was still 1-1, and I thought, by God, this is getting close. And I did think, we all knew Celtic were gonna most likely win that match, but it's such a shame that it went down to the wire. And but as you say,
we were getting endorsements for people from all over the world. Gary Lineker, he even weighed in and stuck the boot into Celtic and said it's an absolute disgrace. Some of the decisions that have gone their way and the behaviour of the fans. Even Gad Saad, the Lebanese Jewish Canadian author, author of The Parasitic Mind and Suicidal Empathy, he says, I really hope Hearts can do this and win the league. The Wall Street Journal, which is a global financial news outlet based in New York, were covering the Hearts story. And
you hear it a lot.
We won the Hearts, and it was us that won the main. Yeah.
You hear a lot in Scottish football about the old firm getting, favoritism from referees. Is it still that bad?
Yeah, it's totally corrupt. Yeah, it's not like just them all the time. There are genuine mistakes that get made, and we've had some decisions that we think, we were lucky there. Actually, that could have went the other way, but I think there's a fear thing because referees have been threatened. And their families threatened and had to get police protection before for making wrong decisions against Rangers and Celtic, So it's so consistent in their favour. But we cannot use that as an excuse.
So you think your finances will improve now? Your players will stay? You'll be all right next season?
Absolutely. We're now in the Champions League qualifier, and, even if we didn't qualify for that, we can get a good run in the Europa League, and that can improve things for us. But I just wanted to say, Celtic might have won the league, but it was Hearts that won over the hearts and minds of the football world. And I'm so proud of them for that. So, yeah.
There you go. Hearts Thank you, Kenny. Some good news. Some good news.
Thank you.
Maybe there'll be better news in the future. But some good news for now. Social Prosperity Charter, you're on the Finding Notions show.